There's a low drum beating in my chest tonight, like a worn-out engine barely holding tight. Got a cigarette burn where my past should be, and a trail of ghosts walking next to me. I ain't running fast, just a steady fall. Every mile I take feels like last call. There's a cross in flames in my rearview line, but I never stop, I just take my time. And the night leans in like it knows my pace, like it's got my name in a resting place. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the road runs dry and the truth runs dirty. Every heartbeat drags like a chain on stone, and the silence hits like I'm not alone. Hear the tires hum like a funeral song for the man I was that's been dead too long. I don't pray, I don't pretend, I just roll till the bitter end. There's a bar still open past 2 a.m. with a broken sign that just says amen. I walked inside but I ain't feel seen, just a hollow man in a dying scene. Bartender said you look half gone. I said hell, I've been since way back when. He just poured me black and slid it slow, like he knew I had nowhere else to go. And the jukebox played something low and thin, like it scratched at the bones beneath my skin. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the road runs dry and the truth runs dirty. Every heartbeat drags like a chain on stone, and the silence hits like I'm not alone. Hear the tires hum like a funeral song for the man I was that's been dead too long. I don't pray, I don't pretend, I just roll till the bitter end. There's a woman's voice in the backseat still, says my name like a wound I can't unfeel. I don't turn around, I don't check the glass, but I feel her breath every mile I pass. She says, you remember that rainy night? I grip the wheel but I don't reply, 'cause I see it clear in the passing lights. That moment frozen, that final sight, and the road goes straight, but my mind bends back to a single choice I can't unpack. Every mile I drive just circles in, like I never left where it all began. 82 beats and everyone drags like a nail in time I can't pull back. Engine hum like a dying breath, counting down to a quiet death. Now the gas runs low and the sky turns gray, like the world itself's gonna fade away. There's a sign ahead but I can't read, just a blur of doubt and a final need. If there's something waiting at the end of this, it ain't forgiveness, it ain't bliss, just a place where the road gives out and the silence swallows every doubt. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the past don't fade and the scars stay dirty. Every breath I take feels borrowed in, like the dark's already settling in. Hear the engine fade like a last goodbye under hollow stars in a dead black sky. I don't turn, I don't mend, I just roll till the bitter end. Slow ride, no escape, every mile seals my fate. No light, no release, just a road that never leads to peace. If you see headlights drifting slow at night, but they don't get closer, they don't feel right, don't follow, don't pretend, 'cause some roads don't ever end. parou, mas nada brilha como antes, nem o sol. And there's a low drum beating in my chest tonight, like a worn out engine barely holding tight. Got a cigarette burn where my past should be, and a trail of ghosts walking next to me. I ain't running fast, just a steady fall. Every mile I take feels like last call. There's a cross in flames in my rearview line, but I never stop, I just take my time. And the night leans in like it knows my pace, like it's got my name in a resting place. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the road runs dry and the truth runs dirty. Every heartbeat drags like a chain on stone, and the silence hits like I'm not alone here. The tires hum like a funeral song for the man I was that's been dead. There's a pit out back where the earth caves in, where they used to throw what they called their sins. No mark of stone, no holy ground, just a hollow place that swallows sound. I was 16 when they dragged me there, with a rope, a lie, and a vacant stare. Said, this is where your kind gets laid. Then they shoved me down in the shallow grave, and the dirt fell fast, but I didn't die. I just lay there listening to the sky. No grave will hold me, I still breathe below, through the roots of guilt and the lies you sow. Every nail you drove couldn't keep me still. Now I'm rising slow with a different will. Hear me scratching through the broken clay, like a voice you buried won't stay away. I ain't gone, I ain't saved, and no grave will hold me in place. They went back home like it all was done, like they'd buried more than a man undone. But the night grew thick and the dogs wouldn't rest, and the wind spoke low through every chest. There were footsteps heard where no one walked, and a voice in the walls that never talked. Every mirror cracked when I passed it near, even shadows learned how to fear. And the ground stayed warm where they left me dead, like it kept my pulse instead. No grave will hold me, I still breathe below, through the roots of guilt and the lies you sow. Every nail you drove couldn't keep me still. Now I'm rising slow with a different will. Hear me scratching through the broken clay, like a voice you buried won't stay away. I ain't gone, I ain't saved, and no grave will hold me in place. There's a man I see in the edge of sight, walking fields alone in the dead of night. He don't speak, but he wears my face with a twisted grin I can't erase. And he stands where they tried to end my breath, like he feeds on the echo of my death. He said, you ain't you anymore, you're the thing they buried in the dirt before. And I felt my bones start to shift and crack, like the past was clawing its way back. Every heartbeat hit like a hammer blow from a place beneath I don't control. I clawed my way through the soap black ground with the scream so deep it made no sound. Every inch was pain I couldn't name, but I rose back up, not the same. And the sky looked down like it turned away, like it knew I shouldn't walk this way. Now I walk through town, but I ain't seen, just a passing chill in a waking dream. I hear them speak of a curse out there in the hollow fields where they left me bare. And I smile slow when they lock their doors, when they feel that scratch beneath their floors. If they thought that death would make me fade, they should've known what they really made. No grave will hold me, I've crossed that line where the dead don't rest and the lost don't die. Every breath I take ain't meant to be just a curse carved out of memory. Hear me calling through the dirt and bone from the place they swore I'd stay alone. I ain't peace, I ain't saved, I'm the truth they buried in a grave. No grave will hold me, I walk again through the cracks of time and the weight of sin. Every step I take shakes the ground below like a warning sign. They'll never know if there's mercy. It ain't for me, just a shadow walking endlessly. I don't live, I don't fade, I'm the ghost that the dirt betrayed. So if you stand where the earth sinks low and you feel something move below, don't stay long, don't make a sound, 'cause something's lost. Don't stay in the ground. And when they rise, they don't come to save, they come back wrong from a shallow grave.
There's a creek out back where the water went dry, just a bed of bones and a cracked up sky. Used to run clear when I was a kid, before that night, before what I did. Now the stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turned black with a taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting there, like it always will. And the air goes thin when you step too close, like it knows your name better than you know. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. There's a rope still tied to a leaning tree, where the bark's been scarred like it's seen me bleed. I don't recall how it came undone, just the silence after. When it was done, there was dirt in my nails and a shaking chest, and a voice in my head saying leave the rest. But the creek went still like it watched me lie, and it hasn't flowed since that night went by. And the wind died out like it couldn't stay, like it feared what I'd done that day. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. Met an old man once by the dried up bend, with a hollow look like it reached the end. He said, I've been here since the water died, since the truth went under and refused to rise. I said, why don't you leave this place? He just smiled with a broken face, said, you don't walk off what you tie yourself to. Then he turned and his eyes looked through, and I felt that pull in my chest again, like the creek was crawling beneath my skin. Every breath I took felt thick with blame, like the silence itself spoke my name. I went back there late in the dead of night, with a shovel shaking in pale moonlight. Thought I'd dig it up, let the truth be known, but the ground was hard like it turned to stone. Then a crack ran deep through the dried creek bed, what you've become. Now I see reflections where there's no rain, in the empty bed of that lifeless vein. Faces flicker in the broken ground, every one of them makes no sound. And I feel my feet sink slow each day, like the earth itself won't let me stray. If there's mercy left, it ain't for me, just a place where the past won't leave. The creek don't run, but it pulls me in through the cracks of time and the weight of sin. Every step I take just feeds that land like it's carving truth I can't withstand. Hear it whisper low, you're already mine, through the hollow echo of wasted time. I don't fight, I don't stop, I just wait for the final drop. The creek don't run, it just holds the truth of the man I was and the things I do. Every lie I told still breathes down there in the heavy dark of that empty stare. If there's peace, it dried away, left me here where the dead things stay. I don't live, I don't mourn, I just fade where the creek was born. So if you find that bed of cracked up stone, where the water's gone and the past has grown, don't step down, don't linger long, 'cause the silence there ain't ever wrong. And it won't scream loud, it won't make a sound, it just pulls you slow into the ground, where the creek don't run, but it drags you down. Como tá grande demais. There's a creek out back where the water went dry, just a bed of bones and a cracked up sky. Used to run clear when I was a kid, before that night before what I did. Now the stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turned black with a taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting there, like it always will. And the air goes thin when you step too close, like it knows your name better than you know. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I There's a stretch of land where the corn grows tall, but the rows ain't straight and they lean and crawl, like they're reaching out with 1,000 hands to pull you under where the dirt expands. I was warned real young, don't walk that way, don't go out there when the sky turns gray. But the silence called like it knew my name, and I stepped right in, never left the same. And the stalks closed tight when I moved too deep, like the field itself didn't want me to leave. The cornfields whisper back at night, through the brittle leaves and the dying light. Every step I take, they shift and bend, like they're guiding me to a hidden end. Hear the murmur low, what I tried to hide, all the things I buried deep inside. I don't run, I don't turn, I just listen to the roars that burn. There's a scarecrow tied to a crooked post with a hollow face and a tattered coat, but I swear it moved when I passed it by. Turned its head just enough to deny, and the deeper I went, the less I knew if the sky above was even true. 'Cause the light got thin and the air turned stale, like I crossed a line I could never trail. And the wind died out when I tried to shout, like the field itself had drowned it out. The cornfields whisper back at night, through the brittle leaves and the dying light. Every step I take, they shift and bend, like they're guiding me to a hidden end. Hear the murmur low, what I tried to hide, all the things I buried deep inside. I don't run, I don't turn, I just listen to the roars that burn. There's a clearing deep where the ground dips low, where the corn won't grow and the shadows flow. I found something there I can't explain, just a shape pressed flat in the hardened grain, like a body once lay where the roots now twist, like a memory trying to still exist. And I felt that pull in my chest again, like the field remembered where I'd been. And the stalks began to hum my name, like 1,000 mouths with a single aim. Every whisper grew till it filled my head with the words I feared but never said. I tried to run, but the roads rearranged. Every path I took just felt the same, till I saw myself through the yellow leaves, standing still, staring back at me. And the voice came soft through the rustling grain. You planted this, now you remain. Now I walk those roads when the sun dips low, with a hollow face that I don't quite know. I see new footsteps break the line from another fool, just like I was in time. And I try to warn, but the field speaks first, with a sweeter tone and a deeper thirst. And they walk right in like I once did, chasing something they should have hid. The cornfields whisper, now it's me, and every sound that they let you see. Every lie I told grows in these roads, every truth I killed still breathes below. Hear me call you close through the brittle air, like a ghost that's always there. I don't leave, I don't learn, I just fade in the roads that burn. The cornfields whisper, they never forget. Every seed you plant grows into regret. Every step you take feeds the ground till you're just another hidden sound. If there's mercy, it don't grow here, just a harvest made of fear. I don't live, I remain, just a voice in the endless grain. So if you see those fields stretch wide and the roads look wrong from the other side, don't step in, don't cross that line. 'Cause once you do, you won't unwind. And when it calls, don't say your name, or you'll be lost whisper of the grain. There's a house on a hill where the paint's peeled black, and the porch leans low like it won't fight back. Windows stare like they're wide awake, watching every wrong move you make. I was warned as a child, don't go inside, but the door stood open like it wanted me to try. And the air went cold when I crossed that line, like I stepped out of time or out of mind. And the floorboards creaked like a living thing, like the walls themselves could hear me breathe. This house, it breathes when the night comes in, through the cracks in the wood and the weight of sin. Every step I take, it remembers me, like I ain't the man that I used to be. Hear it whisper low through the broken seams, feeding off of my shattered dreams. I don't leave, I don't roam, I just fade in a house that won't let me go. There's a mirror inside with a shattered face, but it shows me whole in a darker place. I see things move when I turn away, like they're waiting for me to stay. There's a clock that ticks, but it don't keep time, just counts every breath like it's a crime. And the deeper I walk, the more I see that the house ain't trapped here, it's trapping me. And the doors all shut when I try to run, like the night itself has just begun. This house, it breathes when the night comes in, through the cracks in the wood and the weight of sin. Every step I take, it remembers me, like I ain't the man that I used to be. Hear it whisper low through the broken seams, feeding off of my shattered dreams. I don't leave, I don't roam, I just fade in a house that won't let me go. There's a voice upstairs calling out my name, but it sounds like me, just not the same. It says, come on up, don't be afraid, like it knows every choice I've made. And I climb those stairs with a heavy chest, like I'm walking straight to my final rest. When I reach the top, there's no one there, just a hanging rope and a broken chair. And the walls start to bend, the ceiling drops, like the house itself don't ever stop. Every breath gets tight, every step feels wrong, like I've been inside here far too long. I tried to break through a window pane, but it showed me back in a pouring rain, standing outside looking in, like I never left, like I never been. And I heard myself from the other side say, you walked in here, but you chose to stay. Now the dust don't settle, it clings to me like a second skin. I can't break free, I see faces form in the peeling walls every time the silence calls. And I feel my pulse in the wooden frame, like the house and I are the same. If I had a life, it's long since gone. Now I just exist where I don't belong. This house, it breathes and I breathe it in, every nail, every board, every hidden sin. I don't know where I end or it begins, just a hollow shell wearing borrowed skin. Hear it laugh in the pipes at night, like it feeds on fear and dying light. I don't run, I don't know if I ever walked out that door. This house don't break, it just rearranges. Twist your mind till your soul is strangers. Every memory starts to bend till you don't know where you've been. If there's God, He won't come here. There's no faith left, just fear. I don't live, I don't grow, I just rock where the dark winds blow. So if you find that house on a nameless road and the door swings wide like it's been told, don't step close, don't breathe too slow, 'cause once it hears you, it won't let go. And you won't scream, you won't fight, you'll just become part of the night. Inside the walls where something grows, inside the house that breathes and knows.
There's a field out back where the scarecrows lean, like they're begging God for a life unseen. But the sky stays shut, never makes a sound, just watches us rot into the ground. I was raised on dirt and a whispered curse. Every blessing given always turned out worse. Mama said, boy, don't dig too deep, but the soil don't lie and it don't forget me. And I felt it move when I broke that skin, like something below was pulling me in. The soil knows my name, it calls me down through the roots and bones underneath this town. Every sin I bear, it starts to rise again. In the dark where it all begins, hear it breathe through the cracks I made, like it's feeding on every debt unpaid. I don't run, I don't explain, I just sink when it calls my name. There's a shed full of tools that ain't been cleaned since the night I crossed that line unseen. Got a shovel worn from the weight of lies and a stain that don't fade no matter how I try. I remember the night, but not the face, just the silence thick in that empty place, and the sound of earth as it swallowed whole what I swore would never take my soul. And the wind went dead when I walked away, like it knew I'd be back someday. The soil knows my name, it calls me down through the roots and bones underneath this town. Every sin I bear, it starts to rise again. In the dark where it all begins, hear it breathe through the cracks I made, like it's feeding on every debt unpaid. I don't run, I don't explain, I just sink when it calls my name. There's a boy in my dreams with a hollow stare, standing barefoot in the midnight air. He don't speak, but he don't need to. I can see the truth in what I knew. He points to the ground where the grass won't grow, where the dirt stays black and the cold winds blow. And I wake up choking on the same old dread, with his shadow still beside my bed. And the walls lean in when the night gets deep, like the garden secrets I tried to keep. Every creak, every breath, every hidden sound feels like something digging from underground. I went back there drunk with a shaking hand to the cursed patch of forgotten land. Started digging like a desperate man, but the hole dug back. I don't understand. The deeper I went, the colder it grew, till the dirt felt alive like it always knew. And I heard a voice from beneath the clay. You were never the one who walked away. Now the ground feels soft every step I take, like it's waiting for me to finally break. I see faces form in the shifting earth, all the things I buried since my birth. And I feel my legs start sinking slow, like the end's been waiting below. If there's mercy left, it ain't for me, just a grave that's already set me free. The soil knows my name, I can't escape. It's been calling me down since my first mistake. Every breath I take just feeds that ground. Every heartbeat drags me further down. Hear it whisper low through the roots and rot. All you ever were is what you forgot. I don't fight, I don't complain, I just fade when it calls my name. The soil knows it always did. Every lie, everything I hid, now it's pulling me in, inch by inch, with a grip so cold it makes me flinch. If there's heaven, it's far from here, buried deep under guilt and fear. I don't live, I remain, just a ghost in the dirt with a name. So don't dig deep where the ground turns black. Don't look close, don't you look back, 'cause the earth don't forget what you try to hide. It just waits till you're ready to lie. And when you fall, it won't feel the same. You won't be screaming, you'll be answering. When the soil calls your name. There's a chapel out past the crooked trees, where the earth stays still and the shadows breathe. No cross out front, just a splintered frame and a rusted bell with no tongue to name. I was led there once by a voice I knew, sounded soft like truth, but it cut right through. Said, step inside, lay your burdens down. But the door slammed shut without a sound, and the light went dead like it feared that place. Left me staring at my own face. The bell never rings, but it calls me still, from the hollow dark of that broken hill. Every prayer I speak just fades away, like it never had a word to say. rotting beams, like it feeds on faith and forgotten dreams. I don't kneel, I don't confess, just drown in a truth I can't address. There's a pew with a name carved deep in the wood. I traced it slow like I knew I should. Every letter cut with a shaking hand, like the truth was more than it could withstand. There was wax on the floor from a melted plea, like someone begged not to be what I'd be. And the walls leaned close when I spoke out loud, like they carried the weight of a buried crowd. And the air grew thick when I tried to pray, like the words themselves just slipped away. The bell never rings, but it calls me still from the hollow dark of that broken hill. Every prayer I speak just fades away, like it never had a word to say. Hear the silence crawl through the rotting beams, like it feeds on faith and forgotten dreams. I don't kneel, I don't confess, just drown in a truth I can't address. There's a figure there by the altar rail, with a crooked spine and a face gone pale. He said, I've been here since I lost my way, since the bell went silent that final day. I said, why don't you leave this place? He just smiled with a hollow face, said, you don't walk out once you come to see. Then he slowly turned and he looked like me. My heart beat slow, like it knew that truth, like the past and present had split in two. Every breath I took felt borrowed and thin, like I never really made it in. I climbed the steps to the altar stone, with the weight in my chest I had always known. Put my hands where the others bled, felt a pulse run cold through the words unsaid, and the silence screamed without a sound as the walls began to close around. Now I sit in that pew where my name was carved, with a faith long dead and a soul half starved. I hear footsteps come, but no one's there, just the echo of a whispered prayer. And I see new faces drift inside, with that same lost look they try to hide. But I don't speak, I just watch them kneel, and I wonder if this is how they'll feel. The bell never rings, but it calls us all to the quiet place where the faithful fall. Every word we trust turns to dust in time, in a house that feeds on the lost and blind. Hear it breathe through the cracks in stone, like it's claiming hearts it is always owned. We don't leave, we don't confess, just become what we can't suppress. The bell never rings, it just lets you stay in the space where belief starts to decay. Every doubt you hide comes crawling through, till there's nothing left that you thought you knew. If there's God, He don't hear this place, left us locked in a cold embrace. We don't rise, we descend to the sound of a bell that will never end. So if you hear that silence call your name from a broken hill wrapped in ash and shame, don't step close, don't cross that line, 'cause the moment you do, it becomes your shrine. And you won't hear bells or a voice or a plea, just the sound
in a chapel still, where no soul sings and the silence tolls, where the bell never rings.
There's a scar in the dirt where the railroad dies, in a town full of ghosts that don't close their eyes. Every window's cracked like a sinner's grin. You can feel that rock crawling under your skin. I came back here with a hollow chest, just a rattling soul and a death wish rest. Got a past that howls when the night gets loud, like a buried truth scratching through the ground. And the wind spills out what I tried to hide. Every sin I buried still alive inside. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I'd drown. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. There was blood on the floor of a motel room, and a flickering light singing my doom. I remember her eyes but not her scream, just the silence after like a bad dream. Tried to wash it off in a roadside sink, but the stain sank deeper than I could think. Now the water runs red when I close my eyes, and her voice still hums like a lullaby. And the truth don't bend when it's carved in bone. It just waits for you when you're all alone. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I'd drown. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. Oh, met a stranger once on a midnight road. He was dressed like me, even spoke my code. Said, I've been where you're trying to go. Then he smiled like he already knows. He said, you can run, but you can't outride what's been stitched in your bones since the day you cried. Every choice you made carved a deeper chain. Now you wear me too. We're one and the same. And I felt my pulse start to split in two, like the man I was never really knew. Every step I took he was walking too, like a second shadow I couldn't lose. I dug a hole in the dead of night with trembling hands and no moonlight. Said, this is where I'll bury you, but the dirt whispered back, I'll bury you too. Sky's gone black like a burned out vein, and the air tastes sharp with the coming rain. I can feel that in breathing down my neck, like a promise I ain't outrun yet. There's a cross of ash where my heart once beat, and a trail of bones underneath my feet. If there's mercy left, it forgot my face, left me locked in time. I can't erase. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I'd drown. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. Oh, the devil wears my skin. Oh, the devil wears my skin, wears my shame, calls me out like a cursed refrain. Every road I take bends back again to the place where it all began. If there's fire waiting, I felt the spark, been burning alive in the endless dark. I don't run, I don't pray, I just fade while he takes my place. So if you see me walking through your town, keep your head low, don't make a sound, 'cause the man you see ain't who I became. It's just the devil wearing my name. There's a hollow in the valley where the dead winds moan, where the trees grow crooked like they've seen what I've done. I was raised on the taste of a sinner's regret, with a Bible in one hand and a blade in the next. Daddy drank till his shadow turned mean and cold. Said the world's just a grave, boy, you dig or get sold. So I learned how to bury what I couldn't outrun. Now the dirt knows my name better than anyone. And the night don't sleep when it's inside your skin. It just claws its way out from within. Ashes don't pray, neither do I. Heaven went silent the night Mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply. Just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the debts all stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't pray. There's a church on a hill with a cracked front door, and a preacher who don't believe anymore. He got blood on his hands and a cross on his chest. His forgiveness is just something sold to the rest. I lit a match where the candle should burn, watched the pages of salvation curl and turn. He just stood there smiling like he understood that the fire in my veins ain't ever been good. And the bells don't ring when the truth walks in, they just rust in the weight of sin. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night Mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply. Just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the debts all stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't pray. roadside grave. She was digging a hole like she dug my fate. Said every man's got a debt to pay. Then she looked at me and whispered my name. Her eyes were empty like a burnt out star, like she'd seen every wound and every scar. She said, you've been running since you were born, but the end's already been carved in stone. And I followed her down where the roots run deep through the bones of secrets we tried to keep. She said, a soul like yours don't ever get free. It just trades one hell for eternity. I tried to wash these hands in the pouring rain, but the blood just danced in the crimson stain. Every prayer I spoke turned to dust in my mouth. Every road I took just circled me out. Now the sky hangs low like a loaded gun, and I taste my end on my tongue. There's a noose in the wind and it calls my name, like a lullaby soaked in shame. I carve my sins in the walls of time, but they carve me back in a darker line. And the man I was ain't the man I see, just a ghost with a pulse where a heart should be. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night Mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply, just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the dead's all stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't pray. Ashes don't pray. Ashes don't pray, they just drift and fade, like the lives we lost and the debts we made. Every breath I take feels borrowed and thin, like the reaper's already wearing my skin. If there's peace, they forgot my name, left me drowning in smoke and blame. I ain't clean, I ain't saved, just a soul that the darkness claims. So lay me down where the black earth cracks, with the sins I carried strapped to my back. No stone, no cross, no sacred ground, just the sound of silence dragging me down. And if there's a God, he turned away long before I lost my way. Now the fire's gone cold, but the debt remains. And ashes, ashes don't pray. There's a rail line rusting through a dying town, where the trains stopped coming but the tracks stayed down. Every board creaks low like it's warning me, but I keep walking where I shouldn't be. I found an old coat by the broken gate, with a pocket watch stuck at a certain date, and a name stitched in that I couldn't place, but it felt like mine when I saw the face. And the wind cut sharp like it knew my past, like every step might be my last. These tracks don't lead back where they began, they just pull you deeper from what you understand. Every mile steals a piece of your name, till you ain't sure who's left to blame. Hear the steel hum low like a funeral hymn for the man I was and the life I've been. I don't stop, I don't ask, I just follow down a one-way path.
There's a station house with the lights burned out, and a ticket booth with no way out. I saw a figure there dressed in gray, selling rides that don't come back this way. I said, "Where does this line run to?" He said, "Son, it runs straight through you." Then he handed me a torn out pass with a destination marked "Your past." And the clock struck none, but I heard it chime like it counted down what wasn't mine. These tracks don't lead back where they began, they just pull you deeper from what you understand. Every mile steals a piece of your name, till you ain't sure who's left to blame. Hear the steel hum low like a funeral hymn for the man I was and the life I've been. I don't stop, I don't ask, I just follow down a one-way path. There's a train that comes when the sky goes dead. No light in the front, just a glow of dread. Doors slide open with a hollow sound, like a coffin dragged across the ground. I stepped inside, though I don't know why. Felt like I already said goodbye, and the seats were filled with hollow eyes, all staring forward, none alive. And the train rolled on with no clear track through a world that bent and never snapped. Every window showed a different scene of things I did or might have been. I saw my hands in a stranger's crime, felt the weight of things I called not mine. Every version of me I tried to deny sat right there, staring back in my eyes. And the voice on the rail said soft and thin, "No one rides here without giving in." Now the train don't stop and I don't age, just a moving ghost in a rusted cage. I hear new footsteps down the aisle, another lost soul in denial. They ask me, "Where does this go?" I just smile like I already know, and I point outside where nothing bends, just endless track that never ends. These tracks don't lead back, they just erase every trace of who you used to face. Every truth gets worn down thin, till there's nothing left beneath your skin. Hear the wheels grind slow through your bones, like a song made out of broken homes. You don't leave, you just adapt to a life that's already snapped. These tracks don't end, they just repeat through the hollow echo of defeat. Every mile's just another lie you tell yourself before you die. If this guy, he don't ride this line, left us lost in a loop of time. We don't live, we don't end, we just ride till the bitter end. So if you hear that whistle in the dead of night, but no trains there, no headlight, don't go looking, don't step near, 'cause it ain't a train, it's something you hear. And once you board, you won't come back, just another soul on a never-ending track. Ela não aparece de dia, só quando a cidade abaixa a guarda.
There's a wind that howls through the dead corn rows. Where it comes from nobody really knows. It don't just blow, it calls your name, like it's dragging guilt through a field of shame. I was young when I first heard it cry through a broken fence on a moonless night. Daddy said, boy, that ain't the breeze, that's the sound of things you'll never leave. And it followed me far past the county line, like a shadow stitched into my spine. The wind knows what I did back then, carries it slow through the hollow again. Every lie, every buried sin comes back alive when it rolls back in. Hear it whisper low through the trees and dust. You can't outrun what you become lost. I don't hide, I don't pretend, 'cause the wind knows where it begins. There's a field out back where the ground turned wrong, where the grass grew thin, then it all went gone. I remember the night, but not the why, just a shaking hand and a cut-off cry. There was dirt on my boots, blood on my sleeve, and a truth so dark I could barely breathe. I said, this'll stay where it's laid to rest, but the wind just laughed from the empty west. And it rose up cold when I turned away, like it marked the ground where I'd one day lay. The wind knows what I did back then, carries it slow through the hollow again. Every lie, every buried sin comes back alive when it rolls back in. Hear it whisper low through the trees and dust. You can't outrun what you've become lost. I don't hide, I don't pretend, 'cause the wind knows where it begins. Met a drifter once by a roadside sign, said that storm behind you, it ain't just time. He looked at me like he'd seen it before, like he knew what was buried beneath that floor. I said, you don't know a thing about me. He just smiled thin and turned to leave. Said, you'll hear it louder before the end. Then he vanished right in the wind again, and the sky turned black without a cloud, like the silence itself got too loud. Every breath I took felt sharp and thin, like the storm was already under my skin. I tried to drown it out with a bottle of lies, but it screamed right through like 1,000 cries. Every gust hit hard like a hammer blow, saying dig it up, let the truth be known. So I went back out to that cursed patch of land with a trembling heart and a shaking hand. But the ground was bare like it never stayed, like something else had already claimed. Now the wind don't pass, it lives in me, in every breath and every memory. I hear it speak when I close my eyes, through the cracks of truth I denied. And I see that light in every dream, every shadow ain't what it seems. If there's peace, it's long been gone, just a storm that keeps dragging on. The wind knows what I did back then. It don't forget and it don't pretend. Every step I take just feeds that sound, like it's circling close, pulling me down. Hear it howl through my hollow chest, like it won't stop till I confess. I don't run, I don't defend, I just wait for it to descend. The wind don't stop, it just digs in deep through the bones of guilt I tried to keep. Every breath I take ain't mine to hold, just a borrowed life already sold. If there's mercy, it missed this place, left me here in a storm I face. I don't break, I just bend, till the wind takes me in the end. So if you hear that wind at night, through the trees where there's no light, don't speak, don't
or you'll become what rides the wind. So if you hear that wind at night, through the trees where there's no light, don't speak, don't let it in, 'cause it don't forget, and it don't forgive sin. And when it calls, don't answer again, or you'll become what rides the wind. Só quando a cidade baixa guarda, there's a wind that howls through the dead corn rows. Where it comes from, nobody really knows. It don't just blow, it calls your name like it's dragging guilt through a field of shame. I was young when I first heard it cry through a broken fence.
There's a black river winding through the bones of this land, where the water don't ripple, it just swallows a man. Moonlight breaks like glass on its skin, and you don't come back if you step in. I was 12 when I first heard it call from the edge of the trees where the shadows crawl. Mama cried, said don't go near, but the dark sounded sweeter than fear. And the deeper you look, the less you see, till the river starts looking back at me. Down where the black river ends I go again, where the dead don't sleep, they just pretend. Every sin I bury comes back to breathe in the cold, dark current underneath. Hear it whisper low, you belong to me, like a curse carved in eternity. I don't run, I don't defend, I just sink where the black river ends. There's a shack out back where the lantern swings, and the walls still echo forgotten things. I found names carved deep in the wood, every single one understood. There was one that matched mine to the bone, like it'd been waiting before I was grown. And the date was scratched out in a shaking hand, like time itself didn't go as planned. And the wind stood still when I spoke that name, like the world itself felt the blame. Down where the black river ends I go again, where the dead don't sleep, they just pretend. Every sin I buried comes back to breathe in the cold, dark current underneath. Hear it whisper low, you belong to me, like a curse carved in eternity. I don't run, I don't defend, I just sink where the black river ends. Met a ferryman dressed in a tattered coat, with a hollow smile and a sinking boat. Said, I've been waiting on you, my friend. Every road you took led you here in the end. I said, I ain't ready to cross that line. He just laughed like he's heard it 1,000 times. Son, you crossed it long ago. You've just been too blind to know. And the water rose up to my knees, cold as truth bringing me to my plea. Every heartbeat slow to a crawl, like the river was counting them all. I saw faces drift beneath the tide, all the ghosts I buried deep inside. Every lie, every broken vow, they were staring straight through me now. I tried to scream, but it pulled me in, filled my lungs with the weight of sin. And the last thing I heard was my own voice say, you were never getting away. Now I walk that shore where the lost ones stay, with a hollow chest and a soul decayed. I seen new men come just like me, drawn in by what they shouldn't see. I try to warn, but they don't hear. The river sings too sweet, too clear, and I watch them fade beneath that bend, right where the Black River ends. Down where the Black River ends, I remain not alive, not dead, just a chain. Every breath I take ain't mine to keep, just a debt that the dark will reap. Hear it call through the endless night, like a judge with no wrong or right. I don't fight, I don't pretend, I belong where the Black River ends. Down where the water runs thick with sin, where it don't wash out, it pulls you in. Every soul that it ever claimed still whispers low in a broken name. If there's heaven, it turned its head, left us drowning with the dead. No return, no amend, just the truth where the Black River ends. So if you hear that river call your name, don't look twice, don't play that game, 'cause once you see what lies beneath, you'll trade your soul for the sight you see. And you walk that line you can't defend, forever lost where the Black River ends.